name. GBP Roast, GBP Roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP Roast, GBP Roast. On your Google business profile, it's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP, Lambo, and Dre, bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the very first episode of the GBP Roast Show. Welcome, welcome. We have Keith, JP, and myself here, Dre. And first of all, we just want to go ahead and give us a quick introduction of ourselves so you know who we are. This is going to be a really, really fun show. So let's go ahead and start off with Keith.
Keith Lambo Evans. Actually, the middle name is not really Lambo, but because it does start with an L, I tend to make fun of all those guys, the sexy SEOs who hang out with their Lamborghinis and their bikini girls in the $1 million, right? My main focus, obviously, for the last 20 years has been just exclusively working with small businesses. Came from sales, came from marketing. We have been hacking websites since 2001. And then it was just, shoot, 7 years ago, I met this other guy and we're like, dude, we have similar backgrounds. I'm more the creative extrovert, and Jordan is more technical introvert.
Jordan.
So Jordan here, go by JP, been in the industry since around 2008. A lot of you know me as being the GMB guy. So, but yeah, we focus on local SEO, web design, web development. But yeah, our main focus is maps. I've been doing that for ever since I started. Really, that's actually how I got into SEO. So.
Love it, love it. And myself, guys, I am Dre, the host and producer of the SEO video show. And I've been in enterprise SEO for quite some time now. So local SEO is something new to me, which I am eager to learn a lot more from these two over here. So the show is going to have different segments. In the future, we will have segments like JP will have his JP Tech Stack talk, right? What will you be doing in the JP Tech Stack talk?
So everything from using very common tools, using data with those tools, and actually AI is really popular right now. So using different AI LLMs to, create some of your own local SEO tools I'm a big guy with analytics and data. So that's what I'll be going over.
Love that. And will we also be doing like video reactions, which will actually be a cornerstone of the show, and then also, of course, the GBP Roast, and then, of course, Lambo. What you'll be doing some Lambo's World. What's that all about?
One thing that I really got heavy into the last few years has been conversion rate optimization, CRO. Ranking is great, right? Oh, you're number one. But when people find your site, what do you want them to do? You want them to convert. And therefore, it's all about the money. It's all about the results. So ranking is great, but there's a lot of psychological words and colors and messaging that can really help drive the results, because maps certainly help, but they might click in and go a little bit deeper to look at your pricing, extra services, financing, where you're located at, your reviews, etc. So that's where the magic comes in on using the right words to persuade people to call you.
Love it, love it. And myself, I'll be doing some fun stuff as well. I'll be doing like a local SEO Jeopardy. I'll be your host, Dre Trebek. So that's one of those things I'll be having out there. So we want to make sure we have fun with the show. This is going to be something. So let's get to our very, very first segment, which is reactions. All right, so let's go ahead and get the first reaction video that we have going on here. You guys, this is first one.
Once your Google business has been live for a few months, it will start gathering all the search data that you can use to optimize your business listings and website. This is our client's Google business listing that we manage. And here you can see how many searches triggered your business listing. So for our clients, 6,171 searches were triggered whenever someone typed in these keywords. And when we click on see more, it will show us all the keywords triggering your listing. With this information, you can identify relevant keywords which are triggering the listings, and you can then integrate these keywords into your Google business listing, website, and business description. Now you can create more pages for your websites targeting these terms and optimizing your business profile. By continuously using this data, you can make sure your business ranks higher in the map pack and shows up for more keywords, leading to better visibility and more potential clients.
All right, who wants to go first?
I mean, you got to be careful with checking out insights too, because some of that information is a little not correct. There, for that type of thing, there's a lot of personalization that goes into searches too. So a lot of the visibility that you may see on there isn't actually correct even in insights. But he has some great recommendations as far as like, you know, content that you can build around. So if you need to build some additional pages or, you know, adding services on your profile. But yeah, it's great data for what we have available, but it's not always 100%.
Keith, anything there?
You know, the one thing you got to be careful about is people will say, well, garden rooms, I could maybe make, you know, there's 5 great searches, and then they'll make 5 pages about garden rooms.
Yeah.
Wrong. 1 page about garden room, but maybe in your headline, use those secondary keywords, those supporting keywords, because then Google will say, oh, okay, we connected the dots. You do have a page about garden rooms, that's a service, and then here's the extra information that people are looking for.
So I'm curious, if besides the insights that we have in the Google business profiles, are there any other keyword research tools that you use that's specifically for local that can help out?
I mean, SEMrush does a pretty good job with overall kind of what you're looking at. Even Search Console, although Search Console kind of gives you averages, so you may see things that are ranking for, you know, 1 day or 1 period of time, and then things kind of fall off. But I mean, as far maps is really hard to collect data. Even though, of course, it is part of the Google, you know, umbrella. When Maps first came out, it was actually built separately, and it's still a separate algorithm altogether. So there's a lot of misconceptions where, you know, if you're ranking organically, that means you're going to rank on Maps, and that's just not the case at all. You can rank just on Maps and still be ranked pretty low in the SERPs. So again, but it's just really hard to collect certain data for Maps in my experience.
Got it. How about you, Keith?
I know you were going to ask me, and I'm trying to look at, I've been so used to using tools and they just automatically work, right? I'm trying to see what the hell the name of this tool is. It's a Chrome extension. And basically you go into Google Maps and then it'll automatically populate and will show you all the key information, such as your CID, your phone number, the website. It'll link to Apple Maps. It'll just show all this stuff. I can pull it up on my screen, and then Jordan will be like, I know what that is. I just don't remember it.
Let's do it. Go ahead. Can you pull it up on your screen right now?
Yeah. Let me, let's go over here a second.
Let me see the chat.
And then let's see, press the right button to share.
Yep.
Oh, whoops.
I know you don't like sharing, so sharing.
I just gotta press the right button. The tab, the roofer, that's the one. This is what happens when you have 17 tabs open.
That's why I'm the tech guy. That's why I'm the tech guy and you're the sales guy.
Right over here. Do you see that? This puppy?
Oh,
yeah, it's called Plepper.
Plepper, yeah.
Plepper.
Yeah, Plepper.
Not
Plepper.
Flipper, Plepper.
See?
Plepper. Where's the keywords?
Well, it has the category
right
here.
Yeah. Category.
So that certainly will help you. But when we go do a roast, we'll actually take a closer look at this particular one.
All right, let's go on to our next reaction video. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right. I think you have to stop sharing.
Stop sharing your screen, Keith.
Stop sharing.
Oh, I have to do something?
You have
Sorry.
to unshare it.
Sorry.
There you go.
I've never done this before.
There you go.
All these SEO guys, they're going to argue with you that Google scrapes metadata off their pictures before they upload them and save them. And I would agree that they do that because you can't find the metadata anywhere in your Google business listing for the pictures that you've uploaded. However, we don't know how Google looks at that metadata as it is uploading it before it removes it. We know for certain that they're looking at the name of your file because you can upload your file and append logo to the end of it, or cover image to the end of it, and it will get placed appropriately in your Google business listing. So for the guy who's taking all the photos all around town at all his different job locations, my argument is that this geotagging that is going to be apparent in the metadata, it's going to give a latitude and longitude that your phone saves that every time you take a photo. It's going to get uploaded to Google.
He's correct there.
They're going to scrape it and get rid of it, but I think they're looking at that. So that
100%.
that's a big issue of what you have with your business, growing your reach, to have proximity when you service customers a long ways from your business address, right? If you're 20 miles from your business address and you're a plumber and you're doing a job, take a picture of the job
Absolutely.
that you're doing, get that uploaded.
Absolutely. So pause it real quick.
It's about to end right here.
And that will start to impact your proximity, grow your reach from your location.
Absolutely. He's right on the money. So the great thing about using cell phones, everything is mobile first. Every time you take a photo, if you guys have an iPhone, if you notice that it actually tags where you're actually located or where you actually took that picture, all that information is saved directly in the photo. We use this for all of our clients, where we actually created a kind of like a job check-in especially for service area businesses. This is fantastic. So I actually used to own a locksmith company for about 10 years, and I was very, very strict on having my technicians out in the field, going out and taking photos of every single thing that they're doing. And we would upload those photos directly on the site on your GMBs. So super, super important. The great thing too is we're actually creating some software where actually you'll be able to tag, you'll basically be able to tag actually where you're actually located, put that GPS data into the website with like a little alt tag, little description of the job that you did, and then it saves all that information in there. Not only that, then the technicians can also upload the photos of where those jobs were directly into your actual profile. Always recommend using real photos. There's no reason why you should be using stock photos, especially if you're a service area business. If you need to, incentivize your technicians to be more active and taking, photos of what they're doing, that's super, super important. I will agree that he mentioned something in there as far as like EXIF data, that Google actually strips that data out. There are a couple of apps that we've used in the past. They're not actually active anymore, but you could actually upload a photo to Google, and it actually the EXIF data would actually still save in there. So it was a tool that actually you could save the photo from Google, and you can actually see the EXIF data that's in there. So it's hard to know what information they do strip out, but for geo, they always leave it in.
Keith, anything to add there?
Well, but where is the myth at regarding this? Where's the bullshit? Where are people spending way too much time?
They're spending way too much time editing photos. Like you don't need to do that. You don't need to.
They'll make an AI photo and then try to add EXIF data. That you're like, it's fucking bullshit. You can't do that.
Can't do that. You can't do that. So you're saying you can't do that.
Take the picture, get the employee, get the staff, get the customer, get them to take real pictures on the job, because that's what you want.
And Google Lens is a real thing too. I mean, Google has their own database of actually being able to use their AI models to know exactly what a location is. If you grab an AI photo, it's actually going to be hurting you because they're not going to be able to recognize, where the location is. If you happen to take a photo and there's like a major landmark, they're going to be like, yeah, this is done. You took this picture in San Francisco at the Bay Bridge. They're going to know exactly what it is. Even if you just have an AI photo, a lot of it looks cartoony. There's small discrepancies in the photo. So always take something that's real. Even if the photo looks like complete garbage and you don't have some like wonderful white backdrop, it doesn't matter. The more authentic the photo is, the better off you are.
And that is exactly where when Google wants to verify your profile, they'll even say, if you're just a service area business, go to a park, go to a landmark, take a picture of the water tower, the statue, the river walk, anything unique that then someone 1,000 miles away can say, yep, you're in San Diego because I can see the bay, I can see everything right there.
Got it. Got it. I know Darko AI brought up wanted to get some tips on service area business. There goes one right there. But what do you say to those SEOs that say XF data does not matter?
I just say that we often spend way more time than we need to. And, people that say that XF data doesn't matter, you can do it naturally. So you don't need to go in there and edit your pictures and add a bunch of titles and keyword stuff, anything like that. It's just, you can do it naturally.
Ah, okay. So, but do you think it helps if they do more on top of that? Like say add the,
No.
All right. All right. All right. Last reaction video of today.
We have 2 clients that are missing all of their reviews. We reached out to support, are working with a product expert, but it's been almost 6 months. Is there any course of action that we can take to get these reviews back? We have all the documentation on those reviews. Help. Were these profiles suspended? Or did you kind of wake up one morning and the reviews were just poof, gone? Yeah, they were suspended. Somebody made 2 new profiles.
Do not create a new one if the one that you have is currently in the suspended state, because what happens, Ben?
It creates a duplicate in their ecosystem is what it does. Yep. So what I would do is for right now is go ahead and reply back to your last support ticket and say you would like to speak to a supervisor. They may give you the guidance to delete the suspended profiles. If they give you this guidance on the phone, you must listen to what they say and do it. And then they might be able to restore the reviews.
Oh,
more than likely they're not going to restore them though, because what happens is if you're listing that, okay, so let me take that back. They are correct to always try to revive your old listing, because every single listing has a CID attached to it. So unique identifier. And a lot of times if your listing gets suspended and you notice that the appeal came back, you got approved and you lost all your reviews, pay attention to your CID, because a lot of times they'll actually will just create a brand new one for you, a brand new listing. So it's not really an appeal. You're just basically getting a brand new listing verified back into your account. But the bad thing is, a lot of times I see this out in the field is you may not get your rankings back because there's no data, insights, traffic that's attached to that new CID. So you may come into problems where, again, not only are your reviews gone, your traffic's gone, you have no data, your rankings get dropped. So always keep track of your CID. That's something that you can show the rep to help you through that appeal process.
Have you ever come across something like that, Keith?
Well, history is a ranking factor, and you're always better off to try to revitalize, whether it takes weeks, your original. If you're on the up and up and you can prove everything, right? Because maybe someone unscrupulously reported you or something's happened, but that's what you want to do is focus on keeping that, because you don't want to start all over with the new CID, because then there's no trust.
Got it. Got it. All right, guys, that concludes this segment of our reaction videos. So now let's get on to let's let the roasting begin.
Oh, wait. Are we ready? Wait, hold on a second.
Oh, man. Yo.
We're going to have some glasses here.
Oh, man, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead. Who wants to go first? You want to go ahead and pull up one of the first two? JP, you want to go first?
Yeah, let me go ahead
and thank you guys for those who submitted your GBP to get roasted. We will go over them really quick and hopefully get some tips from it.
Let's see here.
If anyone has questions, go ahead and ask them in the live chat while we are, throughout the live stream, and I will pull them up at the end of the show. If you have any
Jordan, you have to press the button that says share your screen.
Yeah. Give me a second.
It's the big share button. It has an arrow going up
Yeah,
like
so-
this.
We'll go ahead and share the whole screen.
There we go. Might see your tabs. Yeah. All right.
So this was a entry that we got from, looks like a dentist in Australia. If we look at the profile, the first thing that I go to is to check what the title is and how close you are actually to the center of the city. I'm guessing that Surrey Hills, that is the neighborhood here. So that's why they have it in the title. Let me take a look at some of the competition here. It looks like everyone is actually putting the geo in the title. So, I mean, it's... So there's pretty much every single business is using the geo. That could be problematic, especially if you're not if you're trying to compete against all these guys, because one of the first thing that Google pulls is relevance from the actual business title.
So geo, you're talking about that, making sure everyone has Surrey
the
Hills.
city. So everyone actually mentions Surrey
Surrey.
Hills or something like that in the business name.
Got it.
Secondly, too, it's a good thing that you put dental in there.
So you're pretty much like looking to see what everyone else has, and you want to make sure you include it yourself.
Yeah, I always look at the business title first, and then look at the kind of the overall location of Surrey Hills. I think that's how you say it, Surrey Hills.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're pretty close to the center.
There's some super spamming GMB titles in that area.
Oh, wow.
Like,
yeah, especially
you
this
just
one.
go down the list, you will see nothing but Surrey Hills, Surrey Hills.
Yeah,
Surrey
they all
Hills,
have the
Surrey
geo
Hills.
in there in the name.
It's everywhere. This is, you wouldn't really see that in a major metro in the US. And part of the reason why is it's going to get reported, it's going to get flagged. Will Australia catch up? Possibly. Are these legit businesses that are using the name Surrey Hills? Possibly. But there's an opportunity there. And the opportunity is, why don't you be something a little bit different?
Yep.
Why do you want everyone to search Surrey Hills when your name, business name title, is the same name as 10 other fucking dentists in town, right? You don't want to have that confusion. You want to be original and unique.
Got it.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because I mean, there's nothing unique, and Google does like something that's unique, not like everybody else. More than likely, it's pretty aggressive area. I mean, if you get into some pretty aggressive niches like locksmith, dentist, plumbing, I mean, a lot of the guys are going to be using geo in the business name, unfortunately. I mean, you're pretty close to the center. Let's take a look at the website.
Looking at the homepage, they're doing a lot of things right. In my CRO segment upcoming, I'll talk a little bit about what could be much better, right? Because if you were to come on here, the first thing you're going to be thinking about is, and let's just quiz each other. What does a dentist do? What would be a top service a dentist would do?
Cavities.
Cleaning. Or
do you see the word cleaning or cavity in any of the headlines of the H2s?
It's not even on the page.
No.
Oh, interesting.
Cavity's not even on there either.
Wow.
That's a problem.
Unless they
right?
call it something different in Australia that I don't know about.
Now, you can go further down. They do list some services, and they do have some H3s, and they say cosmetic, and they say implant, and they try to address that you're anxious in general dentistry. What's another big thing if you just came onto a dental website that might be like let's say you're new in town, or something's happened to you and you need a dentist. What might be on your mind? An emergency, right?
Yep.
I want it right now. That's a huge opportunity for most medical and dental offices to take advantage of. It's give me the red cross, give me the red siren, give me the information at the top of the page on a phone or somewhere to reassure the customer, hey, we can take care of you right now for an emergency dental appointment.
Got it. What are you doing here? You're doing something interesting
So
on screen here.
I use just to do a quick search, since obviously this is in a completely different country.
Yeah.
I'll use something called I search from, or you can even use search from, just to kind of get a basic idea where it looks like, rather than having to use like a VPN, which would interrupt our signal here. But let's just type in dentist Surrey Hills. Is it Surrey?
Yeah, sorry.
Surrey Hills. Let's see what that looks like. Obviously, a lot of businesses are going to say it's closed because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning there right now. But so
yes,
what? They're closed?
That's the problem.
It's 12 o'clock. No, that's in Australia. So I mean, you could see a lot of these businesses. They're all using the geo in the name.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, if you're not doing, unfortunately, you also have to pay attention to I mean, other than the fact that they are doing this, sometimes, even though I recommend using your actual brand name, sometimes you do have to put geo in there in order to compete. There's just kind of no other way around it. Let me take a look at, what was their website domain? It's just Surrey Little Park Dental. So they're ranking pretty good there. I'm also not one of those guys that loves just saying you need to go get more reviews, because they already have a pretty decent amount. A lot of this is going to have to be, there's not a ton of people talking about your brand. That's usually the next place that I go to. And it's not necessarily you need to go out and get 4,000 citations, but I'm talking about just even other forum sites, whether it be something like Quora or another forum provider website, third-party site. The idea is here too, I would not spend a lot of time doing posts. This is actually not helping you a ton.
Oh, and a lot of SEOs
So a lot of people are saying, I post, once a day or every other day. It doesn't do a ton. You would be better off having a business in Surrey Hills write their own post talking about your business, rather than actually you writing a post yourself. So
Nice.
I would not even waste your time doing these.
Whoa.
All right, let's this in the sake of time here. Let's go into Keith. Let's have you pull one up. Let's have you pull up a GBP here, and see what we have going on here.
Sorry, if you want to talk about our new sponsor, it's fine. Here, I'll press the right button here.
If you guys haven't checked out, oh, there we go. All right.
What's up, everybody? This was interesting. I searched roofers near me, and my IP address geolocated me into the greater Nampa area outside of Boise, Idaho. And I was just going down the list, and twice, specifically when I was searching near me, I'm like, oh, this is kind of interesting. If I could duplicate. Oh wait, sorry. It shit. It changed my my IP address. Hold on a second. It showed me a roofer that doesn't really have a lot going on for it. Ah, shoot. Hold on a second. It is changed my geolocation a second here.
It looks like they have like they put the LLC within their names. Is that something that you can like leave off, or is that something?
You're actually
that...
not supposed to use LLCs or corporations in your name.
Oh, okay.
So it actually says it in the terms of service. You're not supposed to be using them. A lot of people do, but
Interesting.
yep. So you could even do a nice search from Nampa, Keith, and it does that. It shows it.
The one that came up here twice was really interesting. Was this? Oh shoot! I got a slight delay on my screen here. A second. Tri-Peaks Roofing, and I thought, wow, they only have 16 reviews, the 4.3 stars. There's nothing exceptional going on, but what's really interesting is every time you did something near me, whether it was roofing contractors, shingles, but if you went near me, this guy suddenly popped into top 3. And you're like, what's going on here? So I sent her over to Jordan and I says, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And what did Jordan say?
What do you
It
say?
said it's dead centered to the city of Nampa.
Exactly.
Oh.
If you were to go to the Wikipedia page and you were to find and research the city of Nampa, you'll see that the actual center of the city is right here, basically just above this Brick 29 Bistro. The roofer is right there. So, bang, bang, bang. Oh, winner, winner, chicken dinner. If you can be in the center of town, geolocated there, you're going to rank higher, even if you don't have the most reviews, even if you don't have the most branding. It's because you're in the center of the town. And I searched near me, not on GPS, but IP address centered me in right where Main Street and 10th Street, or and what is that, 11th Avenue cross. Whoa, pretty cool.
Wow, that's actually some great information, because I just had a client myself ask me like, hey, these guys don't have anything on their profile and they're like ranking like on the top 3, and I did not check. This is a great way to check and see. That's probably why. It has to be the reason why they're ranking in top 3.
Yeah, like I said, the 2 major points is always going to be location to the center of the city and the business name. When maps came out, they used everything from a GPS grid from every major city. They always use the very center point. So if you ever like scroll in on Google Maps and you look at the, where the actual location is, where it actually says the word of Nampa, that's the very center point of that city.
Got it.
So everything's built out from there.
All right, so let's we want to keep the show like snappy here, so we want to go. Let's do maybe one more, and it's while you're pulling that up, I want to figure this out, how we can bring some comments on here. But on YouTube, we have Stefan says, "Hi everyone, wish you a great starts." Brian says, "My audio is off. Can you guys hear me? Okay, you guys can hear me, right?"
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Darko AI says, "Good data to introduce new keywords, needs to be related though." I believe he's talking about the first video, or one of the first videos that we're talking about keywords. And JP, or Darko asks, well, Dan Kurtz says, "Sup, fellas?" And Darko AI also asks for JP, tips on ranking Locksmith SAB.
So the next business is actually a locksmith. It's not an SAB, but we'll take a look at some of the other SABs in the area.
And so
you want to take over on your screen now, or do you want me to?
Yeah, well, I'll pull that up. Would you say, Dre?
Oh no, because Darko actually came on my show the other day and was asking how to optimize SAB. I didn't even know what the hell SAB was.
Service area business.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm totally. So what's the difference between SAB and you said your Locksmith is not an SAB? But...
So it's not. The address is showing on this particular one, but if we look at some of the other search results, a lot of them are actually service area businesses. But
is that like a option you put on your GBP profile?
Yeah, so when you create the listing, you can actually show if you want to display your address or not. So if you choose not to, that's an SAB.
Got it. Okay, totally get it now. All right, okay. Learning. Tell you guys, I'm a local newbie.
It's all right.
So let me get this pulled up here. So I'm just going to jump in. This is for Locksmith San Francisco. The particular one we're looking at is Keyman. These guys do not have very good reviews at all. These guys have been around for a pretty long time. Always take a look too at the reviews. They do tell you some history. So as you can see, this listing is at least 2 years old.
And what kind of history would you be enlighten us?
So I want to make sure that I'm continuing always to get reviews. You always need to start asking for them. They haven't had a review, and let's see, what's the most recent?
And how are these people ranking? Are they ranking?
They're not ranking at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I picked this listing for that reason. These guys just...
So things we need to tell them to do.
Yeah, so you always need to continue getting reviews. Reviews are definitely a huge impact on rankings. It's not the only thing that you need to do. You can still rank without it, but reviews is the best way to do it. So you always want to keep getting them. What a good idea too is, a lot of these are pretty generic. It just basically says thank you brand name, thank you Keyman. It's a good idea when you're getting reviews that you ask for the type of service that they had, maybe where the customer was located, and what type of service they had done. So these guys need to do a better job at actually asking for what you want to show in the review.
Okay, cool. So you ask them like, hey, can you mention like what actually they did? So they okay.
So just say, hey, I usually just say, hey, one, where are you located? What type of service was done? That way it's a little bit more natural flowing, and then how you like the service. So there's three major points. Sentiment is a big thing with reviews. Also too, keywords do help you, not as much as they used to, but it's still important to have some keywords in there.
Sentiment. You said sentiment.
Sentiment is basically the overall like mood and attitude of. So if it's like these guys were really great, rather than these guys were kind of a crappy job, even though they might have left like a 5-star review. If they said they were late all the time, I tried calling them like 4 times, they finally showed up. Like if it's kind of like negative mood with the review, it actually can drop you. I'm just gonna move along real quickly. If you notice, a lot of the locksmiths in San Francisco, these guys kind of like that Surrey Hills one we went over. They all have San Francisco in the name.
Yep.
Or they actually have Locksmith in the name. Keyman doesn't even have Locksmith in the name, or San Francisco. Interesting enough, though, this company Lockworld, these guys have been around for a long time. They used to do really well, but these guys just got more aggressive because it's a little bit more spammy in there. But moving along,
got a comment.
These guys don't even have a
chat
website either.
We got a comment here in live chat saying, at Darko, show your address. So, I mean, like, is it always better to show your address than a SAB, service area business?
It's always better if you can. When it's something like Locksmith, it's a little bit tougher because it's probably one of the highest watched categories. That's how I actually got into this business. I did, several Locksmith listings, but to me, it's all about risk tolerance. If you can handle, not getting flagged or someone coming along and reporting you, then by all means, definitely show your address.
Got it.
But just know that if you get appealed or get flagged, that it's a pain in the ass to get appealed.
Yeah. Darko just replied and says, get suspended really quick with Locksmith.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that?
So the
Why?
reason for that is because all locksmiths for new verifications go through a manual process where every single listing that will get created for locksmith, it'll always get flagged. They want to manually review those listings. So they want to see like a business license, photos, just something to show that you actually exist. So
Got it.
don't always be afraid that you get flagged right away. It's a normal process. They want to manually review these.
Got it. Got it. Okay, you can go ahead and
Yeah.
pull this off, or unless you want to have a few
Yep.
more things here, just pull it off.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's gonna be kind of like the format, you guys. This is like episode number 1. We will have, instead of doing intros in the very beginning, we're gonna go cut into like each one of us will have our own segments. Like I will be doing the game shows. We'll have the Lambo CRO, and then the tech corner with JP. So we're gonna each week we'll probably rotate and see what we're doing, but we'll always have reaction videos and roasting videos. So guys, submit your GBPs to at gbproast.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the actual channel, because we're streaming here on the SEO Video Show channel just to get the momentum going. But in January, we're going to be over at youtube.com/@gbp. Any last words, guys?
Nope. Keep doing out there. Do as much as you can. Activity.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
GBP Roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP Roast. GBP Roast on your Google business profile. It's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP, Lambo, and Dre bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
Peace out.
All right, there it goes. Cool. See, 40 minutes, perfect.